before I start, quick question. Who here has a role model? No? Yeah, what's your role model? Who's your model? Who? Okay, cool. Anyone else? Role model? Nine? Okay. Wow. Sorry, bro. Good that. Okay. Role model. A role model is defined as someone who serves as an example, right? And whose behaviors are emulated by others. So we see them like, wow, right, what they're doing is great. But Michael Jordan once said that a role model should never be negative. So Michael Jordan said, a role model should never be negative. But yet, when we look in the world today, we'll see that there's a lot of people out there that people consider to be their role models, and they're not exactly the best people to follow. Nutmeg was started in 2008 by local young people from Edgware, Brent Oak, Collindale, who basically wanted to change the perception of the youth. At the time, there was a lot of issues around knife, gun crime and stuff, and the initiatives were like, hey, don't get involved. Do not get involved. So we're like, well, wait a minute, everyone's being told what not to get involved in, but what's actually out there saying, guys, you can do this, you can achieve, you can be great. And I was really passionate about it because not only am I passionate about the community, but I got family members who are walking down the streets. I'm the eldest of 7, so I'm trying to be a positive role model to them. So I thought, something needs to happen in the community to uplift young people's aspirations. Yes, there might be opportunities there and there, but unless they know that they can actually access it and they can actually make use of it, then they won't get anywhere. People from the areas we come from, we're sometimes considered to be disadvantaged, right? But my philosophy is that the problem is not that we're disadvantaged, right? It's that we're disengaged. If we start tapping into the resources that's out there that allows us to sort of gear up and equip for the future, then we can catch up. So that was the philosophy behind Nutmeg. And Nutmeg itself is a name, it's an acronym. It stands for New, Unique, Talented, Motivated, Energetic Generation. At a time, because when I graduated in 2009, they were talking about, this is a lost generation. Whoa, all they're doing is drugs, alcohol, abusive behavior. Whoa, this is a lost generation. But we said, no, lost generation. Are you serious? No, you can't call us a lost generation. I mean, I remember when I was at uni, I was sitting down, the guy was teaching, I did accountancy, he was teaching me accountancy, and then there was one point he just gave up. He was like, okay, the balance sheet has to balance, and then he goes, you know what, when you guys finish, I don't even know what you're going to do, the economy is really bad, basically, and I don't even know if there's any jobs for you out there. I was like, what? And uni, you get to meet different people. So I had a friend, when she graduated, and she couldn't find a job, she would call me and she'll make jokes. She was like, oh my gosh, I've been applying, I haven't found anything. I think I'm just going to go to Spain for a week and then come back, clear my head, right? I didn't have that option, right? I didn't have that option. I'm trying to set the standards. So when I left, I came back, they were like, whoa! He's all right, the man's here now. He's gone through the whole uni thing. He's trying to be a good role model. So he's going to get a job. He's going to do it. Game over. Can't find a job. So when I'm in and out the house, walking down the street, my brothers are looking at me like, what the? This guy, what? He role model, but still nothing's happened to him. He hasn't been able to achieve anything. My mom's encouraged me like, you can do it. Go on. Hey, I'm telling you, I'm going into interviews hyped up. I'm going into interviews thinking, okay, this is my family, my community, I've got to be a role model. I'm looking in the mirror like, all right, I'm going to go get him. I'm going to go get him. I'm going in these meetings, I'm sitting down, they're interviewing, they're asking me these questions like, why do you want the job? I'm like, I need the money, really. That's not what I told them, right? It's not what I told them. But that's what I'm thinking. But then I went back again, didn't quite get the job. Right, so, but I knew that I had to keep on going. I had to keep on doing events. Nutmeg community, we've been doing events, engaging a lot of young people, and our whole vision has been around creating a new, unique, talented, motivated, energetic, not person, a generation. And our whole philosophy has been about building young people to become role models for other young people. Because that is so effective. Because especially when you see a lot of kids when they come from year 7s and stuff, they want to fit in. They're like, whoa, what do I need to be the big man or the big girl, whatever? What do I need to fit in? And they start looking, okay, where are the role models? What are they doing? What are they doing? And they start following that. Once you get through that stage, you start thinking, nah, I don't care what they're doing, I'm doing me. But at that stage, they're thinking, what do I need to do to be accepted? And up until then, the standards has been, hey, you need to do something bad. But we're trying to change that. We're trying to change the generation. And to do that, we realized that it can't be myself and some of my other colleagues sort of running around trying to do it. We need to empower and motivate young people, young leaders, you guys here, to actually take that responsibility and pass it on. And that's why we're so happy, we're so pleased to be able to be here and support this project. And I too, I've been both a mentor and a mentee, and I see the benefits in it. As I remember when I went to university, I actually had someone who wasn't officially a peer mentor, but he acted as a peer mentor. Because I'm not even going to lie, what's the word? I got gassed when I went to university. I did, I'm not going to lie to you. Right, my condition, I had a room, like first time I had a proper room to myself. Up in university, I went there, I was like, yeah, I got a dorm room, like, yeah. My mates used to come, hey, what are you doing today? I'm like, I'm doing work. What do you mean you're doing work? There's a club on campus. You don't even have to go out. On campus. I'm like, nah. I'm doing my work, and I can hear the music whilst on campus, right? So I'm like, hey, I'm going clubbing, right? I'm going out. So I started, having fun and stuff. I almost forgot why I was there. But then I met, because I thought, I'm here. Like, I'm excited just to be here. And I'm going to be real to you, my target there was a C. I'm that C generation. Like, you get a C, everyone's like, what'd you get? What, C? All C's? Wow! Right? They got excited. What'd you get? C? Oh, I got a C. My mom was happy when I got that C. Woo! Yeah, that was good. Like, what did your boy got? Well, there you go, A to C. But they don't say C's, they just say A to C's. No one even asked for the breakdown. But that's what kind of person I was. But I got exposed to someone, because I made reasons, excuses. Like, oh, I'm from this area, and all my family, I'm the first one that's been here. So I had certain reasons, like that's why. That was why I was doing certain things. Then I had a peer mentor, someone that came from Brixton. So he was like, I could relate to him. He was talking about his experiences, but he was different from me. Right, back in the days, I was using terms like, oh, that's heavy, man. Yeah, that is heavy. You guys don't know heavy, do you? No. Old school. They used to use that, trust. That's what I was using. But there were people there from other, like Newcastle, they had no idea what I was talking about. And I couldn't quite articulate myself properly. But what this guy said to me, hey, you need to change your approach. I see you're happy with that C. No, go for that A. I'm like, what do you mean? I can do that? Yeah. And to be honest, maybe his approach wasn't the best, but it worked for me because he started taking the mick out of me. When I would say something and it didn't make sense, he's like, what do you mean? And I'll try to explain it, and then he would, use it against me, and then I'd get so confused. I'd be like, wait a minute, this guy, similar background to me, and yet he's getting A's. Yet he's so dedicated, yet he's so motivated. And that inspired me to eradicate all my excuses. So I started hanging around with him, I started learning, started reading more, started understanding how things work. And that inspired me to do what I'm doing now and really raise my game. And since then I've had loads of people that have come and supported me and just encouraged me and said, you know what, go for it. What else are you going to do? What else are you going to do? Go for it. Remember there was a time when I went to an event, I think one of the Dragon's Den people were there, and I was like, oh, if he's going to be there, I want to be talking to him and sharing him my ideas, but I was like, he's a big guy, I'm not sure if I should approach him. My mentor went to me, he's a chartered accountant, he's like, go for it. And I saw this guy, I went and talked to him, and I thought, what, it needs to be done. And then that inspired me to come back in the community and start mentoring other people. And that was such a good experience because when you're telling a group, you know what, you can do it, or you're trying to inspire them, you realize that if you don't live by that, if you don't follow that through, then you're selling them a lie. And from where I'm coming from, it's important not only to say it, but to show it. I've got a lot of people that can give advice, but then if you look at what they do, and I'm like, yeah, but they're telling me this, but this is happening. Like, a lot of things I've done is through faith. Because in terms of a big house and all that kind of stuff, I don't have that. So when I'm telling the young people, come on, you need to do this, you need to do this, and they're like, wait a minute, what you got to back it up with? That's been one of the hardest things. So when we've had events, when there's 400-500 people, I feel like there's a responsibility. Because I'm not that kind of person that when I leave, I'm going somewhere far. No. The people that turn up to the event, when I'm walking through Dingsbrook, when I'm walking through Burnt Oak, when I'm walking through Brown Park, that's who I see. So I'm thinking I can't get just excited with one event. I can't get excited with just a small team trying to make things happen. We need to inspire what? A generation. That's where you guys come in. And that's why this program is